Good morning all. Today I am going to explain the 11th problem in the position of planes. So first we will go through the question. The top view of a square lamina of side 30 mm is a rectangle of sides 30 by 20 mm with a longer side of the rectangle being parallel to both HP and PP. Draw the top and front views of the square lamina. What is the inclination of the surface of lamina with HP and VP? So is what the problem on square lamina. So actually here also we have a different conditions in this problem. So it is slightly different to the previous problem. So it's what square lamina of sides 30 mm. It's resting on HP, and again we need to take this square lamina. Again it becomes a rectangular. Again one more plane they have given rectangle parallel to both HP and VP of sides 30 by 20 mm. So it should be on the parallel to both HP and VP. This rectangle plane of 30 by 20 mm, it should be parallel to both HP and VP. Then find the inclinations to both HP and VP. So in this problem, he has given the two planes. One is square lamina and one more is rectangular plane, square plane and rectangular plane. The square plane of sides is 30 mm, which is resting on HP, and also the one more plane is rectangular plane. It is having a sides of 30 by 20 mm. It is also resting on HP, but it should be parallel to both HP and VP. Now you use this condition. The rectangle is being to parallel both HP and VP. So use this condition. So and also we need to determine the both inclination. Inclination is nothing but inclination to HP and inclination to VP. We need to determine these two angles. So here the first construct the reference line. Draw a reference line, XY line, and type the names for both ends. One is X and Y. Above the XY line we call vertical plane, below XY line we call horizontal plane. So actually this square plane of sides 30 mm in the top view. So go for rectangle by center point, center command. So select the rectangle by center command. So we can easily construct the values, construct the square plane here. The width and length should be same. Width and height should be same for the square lamina. Here input the value 30 mm in the place of width. Press center. Again height should be also same 30. So now we got the square plane in the top view. So just you have to place here. Angle should be 0 or 90 degree, whatever it may be. So but it should be thickness of plane should be 0.5 r. So give the namings for that. ABCD similarly A, B, C and point D. So and show the any one dimension in a plane. So that's what the 30 mm exactly. So after construct the square plane in the top view, now project the lines from each points towards front view up to XY line. Then draw a lamina between, join the points C and D. So make it thickness of this plane is, this lamina should be 0.5. Okay. So when the observer is observing the plane, that's what square plane, from the front view, so it's look like a line. So now all the front view points we have to express dashes. So give the namings for that. So when the observer is from the front view, so A is visible, B is visible, whereas C and D are the invisible. Hence I have to put in the bracket. So A dash of D dash, because D dash is invisible for the observer. Then B dash is a visible, whereas C dash is a invisible. This what the first condition is O. So now go for constructing the rectangular planes. Look at your rectangular plane of 30 by 20 mm in the top view. So it should be parallel to both HP and VP. First construct that rectangle in the top view. Go for rectangle with a longer side. Be careful, it should be longer side, 20 by 30. Height should be 30. Thickness should be 0.5. Take convenient distance in the top view. Just you have to place the rectangle. For the angle should be 0 degree. So make it okay. Now it is a thickness of 0.5 mm. So check whether it is exactly 30 and 20. Okay, it is 30 and it is also 20. So give the namings for that. Same point, it is called point A in the top view, B, C, and also last point is D. So in this problem, here we are going to be determining the angles inclination to HP and VP both. Okay. So after constructing the top view, so go for construct the front view. I mean you have to observe as a lamina. So here, so we don't know the inclination to HP here, is it? So for that, first construct the vertical projection lines towards top, exactly up the XY line. So now measure this distance. I mean, what is the A dash and B dash length? A dash and B dash is a 30 mm. Okay. So now project the line from the point from the C line. Okay. Certain distance you have to project it. Later, go for arc by center point command. So use the arc by center point with A dash. This point I called as A dash. So now we have a length of A dash B dash is a 30 mm. So now use the same distance. Radius of the arc by center point is 30 mm. So now cut the arc of a vertical line. So I mean it is not exactly on the line. Just I will go to delete this line because it is not exactly on the point C, touches to the point C. So once again I will going to draw from the end point of C line. So draw vertical line. Okay. So now we need to draw an inclination to HP here. So but if we have a length, we don't know the angle, is it? So for that, so measure this distance. It's what 30 mm. So go for arc by center point, and with A dash as a center, A dash as a center point, and length radius should be 30 mm. Cut the vertical line to get the point C dash. So now join the line with a thickness of 0.5 mm from the C dash point, C dash to A dash. So now this is what 30 degree, and we have to find the inclination for this one. Inclination to HP is 48. We got the inclination to HP is 48 degree. So now give the namings for that. This is what the inclination to HP at 48 degree. So I call this one as, now here A and D dash. See, point A and D are in the same line. So A is the visible point, whereas D is the invisible point in the front view. So I have to express A dash of D dash, and another end here B is the visible point, C is the invisible. So I have to express the point C in the bracket. So B dash of C dash This is the way of obtaining the HP inclination at a 48 degree. So after constructing this one, So very important here. Now your CD is a parallel to HP. Now we have to incline. Now we have to make the EDs EDs parallel to ED should be parallel to HP and VP. So now I am going to rotate the same rectangle ABCD, inclination to both HP and VP. So now use for move command, select the whole entity. So copy should be on, select the whole entity here. Just I am going to place here. Okay. Now rotate the same entity to an angle of 90 degree, because so that should be also the line AD should be also inclined to VP. So I am going to read these lines. Okay. Indications. So go for move for a convenient distance. Just move to upwards. So I will once again type the points here because it is already rotated. So I call this point as A. This is what B. This is what point C. And this is what point D. For easy visible, we can delete this one. Delete all the rotated commands. Select and delete it. Okay. So after rotate the same rectangle at an angle of 90 degree, now project the lines from each points from top view to front view. So up to extend I want up to here. So we have to draw up to the dotted line where exactly it shows. Okay. So now draw another plane. You get a rectangular plane here. So join this one, all the sides. Okay. So after construct this one, so give the namings for that. I call this point as B dash. That's what point A dash. Point A dash. And here this is what B is here. So you have to express as B dash, then C dash, and last point is D dash. These are the front view points of the rectangular plane. So now we have to find the inclination to VP also. So for that we have to draw a profile plane here. That's what left profile plane. So draw a. So we have to draw a right profile plane. So another plane, I call this one as x1 and y1. So it's what right profile plane, x1 one side, another side called y1. So it is called right profile plane from the left side view. So now draw a profile plane. That's what profile angle. The profile angle is a 45 degree. It's for standard. Take a standard length, convenient length, and angle should be minus 45 degree towards downwards. So always profile angle should be 45. It may be a left profile or right profile. Measure the angle of a profile plane. It is what exactly 45. Okay. Now in order to obtain the inclination to VP, now draw a lines here from each points of the left to right side up to the inclination line, up to profile angle. So draw up to here and extend up to the B dash line. Similarly from C also. Okay. Just close the lines. Now you have to obtain the inclination to HP and VP. Already we have an inclination to HP, that's for 48. We'll get same angle here, check whether it is exactly or not. Join from these two corners. So now this is what the point A dash and D dash, but here we'll get the point, same point. These 2 points are the same, so I called A dash and D dash, A double dash and D double dash, and profile another end of the profile plane B and C, B dash and C dash on the same line. So these two are intersecting at this point, hence it is expressed as B double dash and C double dash. Always the profile points we have to express as double dashes. So measure the angle, inclination to HP is 48 degree, and similarly inclination to VP. So inclination to VP is this, what, measure this one. Okay, now we got this one as 42 degree. So inclination to VP is 42 and inclination to HP is 48 degree. So sum of these two angles is exactly at a 90 degree. 42 plus 48 means it is 90. So the obtained angle is exactly right. Inclination to VP is 42 degree and inclination to HP is 48 degree. And give the namings for this point: A double dash and D point is the invisible point expressed in the bracket, and another point B dash is a visible, so express B double dash the bracket, C double dash. This is what the required projections of a planes. So ultimately we got the inclination to VP is 42 degree and inclination to HP is 48 degree. So now we complete the second problem, problem 11.